Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? December 29th, 2024. Only a few days left here in 2024. We'll be in 2025, and then very soon Donald Trump will be the president of the United States. And he's made a lot of promises that first day. So that's going to be a newsworthy day, the first day Trump takes office. But I want to talk tonight about if Bitcoin will continue to go higher because we've seen recently it's gone well over $100,000. Dropped back a little bit now recently, but it's gone up a lot since Trump was actually elected, and now will take office here very soon. And that's a question everybody's thinking is, it's gone up a lot here recently, and generally when things take that big of a jump, they generally try to, usually retract a little bit, retrace, drop back a little bit, or, go down a little bit, or maybe trade sideways for a little bit. But, if you're jumping in at this price, 92, 93, 94, wherever it ends up being here for a while, are you buying at the high? Are you buying or pretty close to the high? Because obviously the high is over $100,000. But will Bitcoin continue to go up? That's the question I would like to answer tonight. And the simple answer to that question is, as long as you're measuring the Bitcoin you're buying in USD, US dollars, printed every day by our good old United States of America government, printing presses, yeah, it's going to continue to go up. And it's going to go up even if you buy it at 120,000, 150,000, or 200,000, because you're buying it in USD, and USD continues to be printed, will continue to be printed. In fact, I think that when Trump becomes president, you're going to find out he's going to spend as much money as all the other presidents probably combined, especially with some of the things that he has planned. I've heard some of the numbers on the mass deportation that he plans on doing, and some of the other things that he plans on doing the very first day. You're talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars. I mean, think about it. He is planning on deporting illegal immigrants, people that are in the country illegally, and the cost of doing that has got to be enormous. First of all, they're going to have to hire a lot more ICE agents. Secondly, you're going to have to put these people in some sort of holding place until you get them all rounded up, and then you're going to have to send them to wherever your country or whatever place in the world that you're going to send them to. That's going to be expensive. You're going to have to do it by probably air, and if you use U.S. airplanes, military airplanes, or if you use outside contractors airplanes, you don't put an airplane in the air, especially a jet carrying a lot of passengers, for anything less than thousands and thousands of dollars an hour. So yeah, you're looking at massive amounts of spending in order to do this, and Trump will spend more money than anybody because he has now that he has control of the House, the Senate, and he has a judiciary under his control. He'll spend as much money as he wants to spend, and I'm telling you what, Trump can spend money. So there'll be a lot of money spent here in the first year of his presidency, and I expect Bitcoin to have a very good year this upcoming year. So if you're buying now, I would certainly say, keep buying at this prices, because I think it's going to go a lot higher. And like I say, as long as it's measured in USD, it's always going to go higher, because USD is never going to retract. It's never going to go back down. We're not going to have less trillions of dollars outstanding than we have now. They'll just continue to print more and more and more, and the government's going to continue to spend more and more and more. So really, your only opportunity to have save any money is to have it in a vehicle like Bitcoin. The bigger question is not will buying Bitcoin be too high? The bigger question will be, is there something else that can take the place of Bitcoin? I know a lot of people talk about XRP, and we got Solana, and there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of altcoins, alternative coins that people have faith in, but nothing replaces Bitcoin. If you've been around cryptocurrency for any time at all, you will find that, Bitcoin has has a long past for cryptocurrencies. Of course, it was the first cryptocurrency, 2009, I believe. So it has a long history. And over that history, it's, you could have bought Bitcoin for just a few dollars a long time ago. But like I say, that would have been a bigger gamble then than buying it at $100,000 today, simply because it's gone through the test of time. I mean, any one of these things that has happened to it over the past 10 years, 15 years, any one of them could have made it absolutely worthless, as Warren Buffett would say. But nothing's made it worthless because it continues to stand the test of time. And it continues to be have utility and functionality in the world today as a digital currency, as a digital store of wealth. And right now, it's probably the only one that fills all those different categories. So as far as being something that is digital wealth, digital currency, something that's can be used every day or anywhere around the world. So, and it does have a lot of people now using it, hoarding it. Look at Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor has billions and billions of dollars, and he says he's going to continue to buy billions and billions of dollars. And he keeps getting more and more creative in how to get money to buy it. By selling, by first of all by restructuring his company, so he can use all of his treasury stock to buy Bitcoin. Now he's actually selling bonds to buy Bitcoin. So he has done everything he can, and he will get more and more people to buy Bitcoin. He's out there. I mean, he has a massive amount of Bitcoin right now. And now he's trying to get other corporations, companies, to see the same thing he's seeing. Like he's cracked the code, and he's going to try to get other people to crack the code. Because the more he gets other people to crack the code, the more wealthy he becomes because of the amount of Bitcoin that he owns. So Bitcoin will go higher. I mean, if you're going to buy it for a 30-day hold, I wouldn't necessarily buy it, right now or anything like that. I'd probably wait till Trump actually took office. But if you're looking at anywhere from a few months to a year, I think you got a pretty good opportunity to buy it and have it go up. If you're going to hold it for a few months to a year, I would always say that's a good idea. Anything less than 30 days, I don't know. I'd be a little bit scared of that. But anything over 30 days up to a year, I always think you got a pretty good shot at making money. And my thing is it's not buying it at a certain price. It's freeing up money to buy it. So, if you're working at a job and you only get paid every few weeks, you have to wait till you get the money to buy it. And setting on your money to buy Bitcoin at the right price, I don't think it's a very good idea. I think it would be better just to buy it intermittently as you get your money. You can just go ahead and pick up the Bitcoin. So buying Bitcoin at any price, I think, is a good idea. If you're going to hold it for more than 30 days, you got a pretty good shot at making money on it. So, yeah, Bitcoin's not too high, and it won't be too high in the future, no matter what the price goes to. You got too many people like Michael Saylor. They say they're going to be buying the top forever, and that's just there's going to be a lot more people like that. And I think more people as this goes on are going to realize that holding money in U.S. dollars or some of these other assets is not going to be such a great idea. In fact, I'm already starting to worry a little bit about real estate. I think people that are starting to get a little clearer picture of how this is going to go are going to say, why do I hold on to this piece of real estate? In fact, I talked to a guy the other night who owned a building, and he just sold his building to buy Bitcoin. He watches my videos, and he told me, yeah, he goes, I just sold my building to buy Bitcoin. And I said, why'd you do it? And he said, well, it's just getting to be too much maintenance. He said, the building was costing me money. He says his tenants were, some of the tenants are starting to, to kind of be a little bit unsure about how much longer they're going to be tenants. So he was thinking about he may lose one or two of his tenants. He doesn't want to have to find other tenants. So he says, yeah, I sold the building and I'm going to turn around and invest in Bitcoin. What would that do to the real estate market if a lot of people just said, hey, commercial real estate's a little bit sketchy right now. I'm afraid of holding my building or my property. Inflation is 10%. Everything's costing more and more money. The utilities costing more money. The upkeep, maintenance is costing more and more money. It's getting more difficult for people to raise money to pay the rents I need in order to keep the operation going. So yeah, why don't I just ditch this piece of real estate that's just I have to pay taxes on and do all that stuff and just end up buying Bitcoin. So I think that's going to happen. You're going to have more and more companies that are going to take money that they used to use to acquire other companies. So what some companies used to do is, hey, whenever they got some little bit of money, Google and Apple and all these big companies, they just buy out a smaller company, or find some opportunity out there in the market where somebody had something going on. They would just buy that company, and then own that company and watch it grow. And then that was a good way for them to diversify their portfolio. So they wouldn't hold the money in treasury stock. They would just go out and buy buy another company, and that's how you get these companies to everybody consolidates to where only a few companies own everything out there. And I think they're going to quit doing that and maybe start buying Bitcoin. And I think you're going to see more and more of that. More people are going to start buying Bitcoin as opposed to some of the other things they did, buy their own company stock back or buying interest in other companies or buying other companies outright. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thanks.